Hello and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thanks for being here for our third live hour of the day. It's Friday. Anyone else? TGIF? Anyone else? Anyone else? It's been a long old week. It's been a busy old week. Looking forward to, well, I say looking forward to a relaxing weekend. I've got a busy old weekend. I'll be running tomorrow morning and probably cricketing tomorrow afternoon and then 10K on Sunday. So looking forward to that. Darlington 10K. I was watching some videos in my lunch break. So that'll be fun. If you're in Darla, get a little wave. Got my own branded T-shirts now and everything for my little PT thing that I'm doing on the side. Little T-shirt, so you'll see me. Anyone want a branded T-shirt? Let me know. I'll be selling those for $14.99. I'll sign them for $19.99.
That's quite good, actually.
That's quite good. Let me know. Let me know. Oh yeah, because then I'll have to. They're $29.99. If you want them signed, $35.99. And I do ship internationally as well. Anyway, we're here for the Weekend Wonder. It's lovely to have your company. The Weekend Wonder, sometimes a new launch, and sometimes one of our favourite products brought back to give a little bit of a highlight of, and that's what we're doing this weekend. It is our hug tokens. So the price that you will see is the price that will be available across the weekend, and it's a really fun set. Do you know what? Actually, I'm really looking forward to this because as much as I've shown these probably 3 or 4 times on the show, I've never actually, I don't think, seen them in action.
Really?
So I'm looking forward to that. Also in this show, we will highlight some of the other new launches that we brought you yesterday on our big launch day. So if you've missed out on any of those, again, don't worry because we can look at those. The other live shows to come, by the way, today, I'm looking forward to very much. The Gemini Summer School at 4, which is going to be amazing. Always a fun show. Always a good one to recap on. Always a good one to come to if you can't remember your plate combinations. And then we've got live at 5, Friday Night Live, where we're going to have lots of fun and prizes to be won. Let's say hello, though, to the marvellous lady who is over the other side of the studio. She is looking absolutely radiant, even more radiant than normal. She is a Barnsley beauty, let alone a bombshell, in her new fantastic dress that she bought, not to scale, what did you say? What did you say?
Non-scale victory.
She bought it as a non-scale victory. In fact, she travelled all the way from Barnsley to London just to go and get it. Did you? I know, she had a weekend down there. Bought it from Camden Street.
Market.
Camden Market. It is the one and only, the marvellous Debbie Robinson.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's very kind of you. I've had loads of compliments about my dress today.
You look very nice. I mean, you always look nice, but it just suits you. I feel like as well, you need to be a type of personality to pull that off. And I think it's you. Very you. I think I'd look silly in that dress.
Well, I mean, if you want to borrow it on one of your, your Dame characters, you can do.
Oh, really?
Oh, of course you can, yeah. Of course you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd fit in this easy now. Well, over the way round, it's because like I would have never, my dresses would have swamped you before in the past.
I'm not sure whether or not I get all me, when I'm in my Dame, I'm not sure whether I get all me.
Oh yeah, you have all your big thingies, don't you? All your big, what do they call those things that?
Like a big girdle.
Yeah, a big, is it a girdle?
Well, no,
is that
not
what
a
they call
girdle,
a girdle?
like a,
I thought a girdle were the ones that sucked you right in.
No, it's called a, no.
It's like a big puffy thing, isn't it? Like oh, somebody help us.
I could have told you if you hadn't asked me. It's gone out of my mind. But the big thing. So,
I had one for my wedding dress.
Like that.
Yeah, I had one for my wedding dress. It was like a big thing, like boned, to keep the dress out. What do they call them?
Oh dear. Anyway. Are you looking forward to the show? Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. I am looking forward to the show. Of course I'm looking forward to the show. I love the hug tokens. I'm not going to lie. Have we said that that's what that is, the show? Oh, that's okay. So I love the hug tokens. It's something a little bit different. It's something a little bit quirky and something really heartfelt as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can't believe you haven't seen these in action.
No, I'm sure I haven't.
Oh, I've got a couple of demos anyway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Jan's on the socials for this one. And Mallory says good morning again to Ben, Debbie and everyone. I'm still awake. Then Harvey, lovely Lynn says, hi, brilliant Ben, delightful Debbie and the amazing team, the wonderful social superstar and everyone. I hope everyone is well and having a good day. And Mary Beth Doyle is in Minnesota. Karen Bernhardt says, I'm watching whilst cleaning the coffee counter. The pot dumped all of the coffee, so I have a mess.
Oh, no.
I still remember the time one morning when I was half asleep and instead of pouring the hot water into my cup of coffee, I poured the hot water into the jar which holds all of the coffee.
Oh, no.
That was about £10 worth gone. About 8 to £10 for a jar of coffee now, isn't it?
It's
bonkers.
terrible, isn't it? Yeah, prices of coffee. Thank goodness I've got a coffee machine. Well, don't cost me as much now.
No.
Yes.
Hi to Linda in Maryland. Pat Demarest says, hi Ben and Debbie and super talented crew and all my lovely friends. Slightly overcast in New Jersey today, but I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee whilst I'm watching the show. Nothing better, is there, than the first cup of coffee of the day. I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I look forward to. And if I have ever run out of coffee and don't have one, I'm grumpy until I have one. You can't imagine me grumpy, can you?
You grumpy?
Yeah, if I don't get a coffee. Very grumpy. Dan Hatch says hello from New Hampshire, and Angela Vogt says hello again to all of the gang. Let's get the show on the road. If you want to grab this, details coming up on your screen here for the hug tokens. It is the Weekend Wonder. Details are here. $35.19 for your showstopper, where you will get all of the stamps, dies and basswood, 10 sheets of that in the collection for you to make these tokens. Yeah, you can make all these different shapes, they're little hearts and bouquet of flowers. I love the fact we've included a 4-leaf clover in here, which I think is brilliant. You've got little tags and the cupcake as well, and you can see on that board there, those stamps will stamp perfectly onto your hug tokens. So you can stamp on them, you can colour onto them, you can paint onto them, you can do what you will with them. And what's so lovely about these is you can use these as elements to decorate your project, or as you'll see with some of the finished samples, you can pop them in a little box, you can pop a magnet on the back and have them come off the card and use it as a little fridge magnet. You can pop little hook and loops on the back of these. You can create little badges, I suppose, with them as well if you had the little adhesive pins to go on the back. There's loads you can do, and as you can see, all of these, like that there, for example, you stamp onto here. That heart, you can stamp onto there. That cupcake, or is it there, you stamp onto there, and so on and so forth. You've got loads of little sentiments in here too, and it's time for me to read the sentiments to you. This pocket hug is here to say good luck to you in every way. It's filled with love and happy cheer to help your dreams feel bright and near. A little hug just here for you to share the joy in all you do. For special days and dreams come true, this hug brings love and cheer to you. And then the final two are, here's a hug that fits just right to bring you comfort day or night. Wherever you need to feel my care, just hold this hug, I'm always there. And then the last one is, though miles may stretch between our hands, love's a thread that always stands. So here's a hug both strong and true to bridge the gap from me to you. So you got all of those lovely stamp sentiments, and also, by the way, you get the dies to be able to cut out the little extra detail there too. So it's a wonderful set. 10 sheets of your basswood included too. Good morning to Diane Lerigo and Carolyn. Who says good morning to Ben, Debbie and staff and all crafting peeps from Boise. Debbie, your dress is lovely. And Jackie Kosh says, when I was a flower girl, my gown had a hoop to keep it rounded out at the bottom. I think it might just be called a hoop.
I think it might be a hoop.
Hoop.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what that is, a hoop.
Hoop.
You're right.
Hoop.
I could do a hoop under this.
Oh, yeah?
They were actually selling the hoops.
Is it long enough to have a hoop, though? Oh, yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, it probably is.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I can't really stand on anything. That's as far as I can go. Just a little. So it go about between my calf.
It's sort of just below your knee, isn't it?
Yeah, below the knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have a hoop.
Yeah, if I remember, I'll bring my hoop in next time.
Petticoats.
Excuse me.
Petticoats, that's another word for it, isn't it, underneath, where you can have the petticoats that swing out.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what I wear as well when I'm daming?
What's that?
Bloomers.
Beg your pardon?
Bloomers. I wear big bloomers when I'm daming.
I wear them every day.
Yeah. Not ones that go down here, though, do you? I don't know if I could...
It's what I nicknamed the old underwear, big bloomers.
Have I told you about that time that... I don't know if I can tell the story on air. Is it rude? I don't think it is necessarily that rude. I don't really mind. It was the funniest time ever. So Laura had decided that she was going to buy... How can I put this nicely? She was going to buy some nice underwear.
Yes.
Some nice,
yes.
Lovely underwear. I was like, whoa! And, oh, she buys some nice underwear, hooray, kind of thing. I don't know how she managed to do it, but she ordered from wherever she ordered. And she opened the packet to show me, like, oh, I'll get ready to see my new underwear. And she opened the packet up, and the biggest pair of pants you've ever seen. Think like Bridget Jones, but even bigger. And we were in absolute stitches. She'd obviously got the wrong order. She was to get these nice new like pants, whatever, and she got the bigger, and she kept them because she was just like, she got them out and we were wetting ourselves, and she was just like, oh, these actually do for me dog walking. They're quite comfy. Big granny pants. So yeah.
Hey, let's not bash the granny pants.
No.
Let's not bash the granny pants. Is all we're going to say.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Bless
Anyway, hug tokens. These are brilliant, aren't they, Debbie? Because you can do so much with them, and how lovely to be able to have something like this where you can just send a hug to someone who needs a bit of a hug.
Exactly that. That's why I love them. I think they're just that little, something a little bit heartfelt, because it's not always about occasions. It's not always about Mother's Day, birthdays, Father's Day, anniversaries, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just that little something that you want to say, I'm thinking of you, or just to say, literally just to say, you're there. And I absolutely love it. And I think those verses are so heartfelt. They're really lovely. But I'll show you how to cut into the basswood or basswood, or however you want to call it. It is that, I think it's from an American tree, this, if I remember rightly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it's almost similar to like a balsa wood.
Yeah, but
it's made differently.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a lovely lightweight one, and it's that lovely light colour as well. I love this stuff. I think it's absolutely stunning. And this is, so you do get like your two sets of dies. So the ones that are copper coloured are the multimedia dies, which does mean that they cut through other things as well. Don't necessarily just think of basswood. Think of things like leather, multiple layers of fabric and all that kind of thing. So these are really good dies to have that are across the board in terms of what you can use them for. So I'm going to put that on too. Now, when I use this, and because I'm cutting into like a basswood, I do like to bring in my metal shim. Right. Just to cut into, because it is, it's that denser material that we're cutting into.
And it's got to be multimedia dies, yeah?
Got to be multimedia. Don't try cutting this out in a regular die. No. It's not going to happen. Not without doing some damage. No. So this is how I cut mine. Now, there may be the times, now I don't know what the studio machine is like at home. This is the combination that I use at home. Okay. It may be that we might have to tweak that and remove a shim out of there, but I'll soon tell, because the best thing about the Gemini is, and you can hear the change, and if it doesn't like it, it would take it back. So it would push that back out. So it depends. That's been absolutely fine. And it's just to give me a bit of a cleaner cut when I'm using it, and that's why I like to use the metal shim. It doesn't mean to say that you have to. You can cut directly into the plate. And if you've got, I've said this before, if you've got a plate that you could use as a multimedia plate, put a little onto the plate and then just use for that cutting multimedia, so that you're not cutting, because with it being a multimedia die, it cuts deeper in. So can you see here, these are multimedia dies that have been used to cut in, so they cut in deeper into the plate. So if you were to use that now with a regular card making, you probably would get some marking on your cardstock. So that's why I always have one plate for my multimedia, and I've just got an in the corner, so that I know that I'm going to cut all my multimedia dies out of that one plate. And it's as simple as that. It cuts through, it bevels it off really lovely, so it gives it a lovely, nice, neat finish. It's really, really beautifully finished. And to think that that was a piece of wood a minute ago, now we've got a lovely shape. Yeah. It's just phenomenal, it really is. Right, so bringing in now the stamps. We're going to take the stamps. Now I'm going to use, I'm going to change mine up a little bit. Rather than just stamping with a regular ink, I'm going to use the opaque ink. Just get that onto my platform. That way around, Debbie, that way around. Can't find the smaller one. I would use a smaller one for this to have a bit more control. But I'm going to use an opaque ink pad because I'm going to heat set this. So I'm going to stamp in.
Are you limited to what you can use as far as like inks and pens and that are concerned with basswood, or? You
can use anything on there. Right. I've used regular alcohol-proof dye ink onto the top and coloured it in, but I like the effect. I think I mentioned this the other day. I like the effect that heat embossed does, because heat embossed almost like gives it a little bit of a well to stop it from bleeding out, as in like a bit of a bumper cars where it hits the bumper. It stops it from going anywhere. So that's why I like using the heat embossed side of things. So I'm just going to ink all of that up. Do you know what would look lovely? Multicolours on there.
Oh, yes.
Doing that in a multicoloured one, that'd look really, really nice. And then I'm just going to, excuse me head, Jamie, and my grey roots, but I just need to get that placed over. Normally I would use a smaller platform so that I can see where it's going, but we're going to hope for the best. It's the big platform. Just push all that down into the nooks and crannies.
Nice.
Yeah, just a tiny little bit off, but it don't matter because
No,
I've got
the
a
idea.
Peter style one. Get the idea. So because it's still wet and still sticky, I'm going to throw on the embossing powder. There we go. Give it a good coverage. Oh, it's got some glitter in this. Ooh, fancy.
Got some what?
Some glitter.
Oh, nice.
We do have two types of embossing powder. This is a clear one, but there is one that you can get from a well-known brand that we use that's got glitter. It's a glitter embossing powder. It's stunning. That looks also very nice when it's done. Just push that under there. And then, of course, we need to heat set that now. So let me just put my top back on. There we go. And then heat set. And it's a normal way that you would do with your heat setting. Get the temperature right. So I've just popped my poker tool in the middle to stop this because obviously putting your fingers onto there, I'll probably end up smudging it, so I don't want to do that. But let it get to the optimum temperature so that you can then watch the transformation. And I always love the transformation of a heat embossing detail where you watch it go and set. It is, it's like magic, isn't it, Jamie? A bit of magic.
Shows up beautifully. Look at that.
I'm just going to go around that side as well. Save your fingers though this way. Just turn it around a little bit. And just heat set that.
Lovely.
Now I've obviously gone off a little bit of a tangent there because it wasn't over correctly. But I'm not going to worry too much. So that's all the heat set. And now what we can do is we can do a spot of colouring. So let me just put that to one side. And then just take some colours and colour and have a little play with the colour. Now it acts as that little bit of a, it stops it from going out and spreading out, which is why I do love doing it this way.
Thank you for the comments coming through, everybody. Alison's joined in, saying, nothing wrong with a pair of Bridget Joneses. No.
So true, Alison, so true. Nothing wrong at all.
Susan Ware has joined us. Laurie Barnett, hello. Just got back in after a workout. What did you do today, Laurie? What was your workout? You have to let me know. Angela says, well, we've sort of seen, I think I've just come up to this question, and I think you've probably seen the answer to that. It's just asking whether there's a specific way to cut basswood. She says her machine cuts like a dream from Mountboard, but difficulty with the basswood. But
she's having difficulty with the basswood?
Yeah.
Oh, please tell me a bit more. What's the problem with it?
Have we solved that by what Debbie's just shown you there, maybe?
I was going to say, just let me know, because I'm here to help. And I'm probably going to be able to tell you what is it that you're struggling with, how are you cutting it, what machine are you using, and all those kind of things.
Stephanie's in, Rhonda is in Oak Park, Chicago. And are there special plates for multimedia dies, says Mallory?
Multimedia dies can be cut with your regular plates that you get in your machine, but we do have some metal plates. Now, I think we had them on quite recently. The A and the B metal plate that is purposely meant for like cutting fabrics. You could try one of those. I probably would say that the two together with the basswood and then the multimedia die would be too much. It would be too thick because they've been specifically designed for fabrics, to cut into fabrics cleanly and neatly. So the way that I've just shown you is the way that I would personally use it.
Right.
Using a metal shim Or, like I've said, if it's too much pressure, and you'll know because your machine you'll either hear it groan and then stop and then spit it back out, or it'll groan and groan and groan until it gets through. It's one of those things. But if that's the case, take the metal shim out. Or keep the metal shim in, take the plastic shim out, and try it that way.
Okay.
And see how that cuts and see how that works for you.
Any more questions, feel free to fire those in. And also, any questions you've got on your machines, make sure you've got them ready for us for 4 o'clock, because we are going to be in the summer school.
And I think
your favourite show, isn't it?
Everybody knows I love that machine.
Yeah.
With all my heart. Genuinely, it's the best thing I've ever owned in terms of machines. And yes, I know I work for Crafters Companion, but this true story, I bought my machine before I started working for Crafters Companion.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever bought, ever invested in, ever. Full stop. That's how much I love that machine. And I could stand on my head upside down talking about that machine till the cows come home.
Yeah.
Because I love it that much.
Yeah. It is a brilliant machine. And as I say, as much as we've done, countless hours. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know the news as well, just whilst you're watching, Debbie, of course, you've got the catch-up facility on our website where you can go back and watch every single show we've ever done back to November 2023. Search by show title, search by expert. You've all heard about me talking about that, haven't you, over the last 3 days? Have you or have you not? Let me know in the comments. And each of the shows that we do each day are uploaded in their original state. So the 1 hour shows are uploaded there. So for those people who are sort of saying they struggle to find the particular show, the 7 hour stream, go to our website, Crafters TV, click on that, click on catch up, and then you will be able to see all of the shows. Search by expert, search by show, search by date. And I got onto that because, yes, we've done many a Gemini show. Everyone's giving you their take on it. Debbie, Leanne, Sheila, Sarah, Debbie Fisher. I've even done a couple of shows on the Gemini. So everyone has had a play. Everyone's giving you their take. And I think we can all agree that we say it's the best machine in the world ever. But let's not just talk about the G2 in that show as well, because I realised the G2 currently only available in the US, I think. So if you want to ask questions about the Gemini Junior, which is available in both territories, if you want to ask about your MIDI or your Mini, get those questions in. If you want to start sending them in now, you can do. And then at least we've got some questions and some things to start doing at the start of that show. We had it the other day with the... I think it was the colouring show that we did. Loads of questions came in nice and early, so it got us off to a nice start. That from the first minute we were answering questions and showing demos of things that you wanted. So if you have any Gemini queries, get them in, because like I say, Debbie, you'll talk about that until midnight tonight, but we'd rather talk about things that people want to hear about, right?
Yeah, any problems, any troubleshooting, anything that you want to ask, any burning questions, ask. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
It is, of course, the school. The summer school. So get asking away. I am more than happy to try anything out for anyone. I mean, I could put it through its paces. I've got like a particular way that I talk about the machine. But I am open to absolutely anything you want to know.
Anything you like.
Anything at all.
Oh, Angela's just wondering whether her plate configuration is off for her basswood. She says, I am using my G2.
And so has she been using the way that I just did, or has she done a different way?
Let us know, Angela. Do you do it the way that Debbie just did it a minute ago? Because I realised I picked up on your question about 4 or 5 minutes after that demo. So if it is the same, and again, let us know. We'll see if we can figure it out for you.
And look how lovely and easy it is to colour this in as well. And the fact that it is the alcohol pens, because it's got that embossed finished detail, it just holds the ink in better. Because obviously it's wood. And I mean, you could prime your wood if you wanted to prime your wood. You could prime that. But for me, just slap it on. And you could put some ink. So one of the samples that I've got, which I'll show you in a second, instead of stamping into this, someone just put an ink into it and put...
We heat embossed it a minute ago, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. But it was heat embossed, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, where it's been just a full colour with ink, and then clear embossing powder over the top. You can do that as well.
Yeah.
There's lots of lovely ways that you can do it. But you've got that instantly. Now, the one I did at home was a slightly different blue.
Oh, wow.
And I did it on both sides. So I've just done both sides and put a little bit of ribbon. Didn't have no blue ribbon at home. Would you believe that? But look how gorgeous they are. And as a lovely little gift to someone, maybe either just pop that in now into a box. Looks absolutely beautiful. However, just wanted to quickly show you something. That's how you make your hug token. Now, I did, and I'm just going to bring this in for a second, show you what I did onto a card base.
That's brilliant.
Now, that is exactly the same, but I haven't coloured the inner part.
Yeah.
So I've still heat set it. So if you run over, you can feel that heat erased and you'll see that shine, right? And I've coloured it in, same way. Now, you do get on here lots of lovely little stamp sets. So I just took 2 stamp sets of the flowers and I randomly just went around the card and then coloured them in and popped the little with hugs and love. However, I saw how lovely that looked. And I thought, you know what, that's a lovely little frame.
Yeah.
But what I did was, I cut it out, but I embossed it. So I'll show you how to do that, because I
Nice.
have got a little love heart here to the side of me. And I've got one of my all-time favourite embossing folders, which was the Country Garden. I bought this 5 times. I loved it that much. Because I taught classes. I don't know if I've told you before, I used to teach classes.
Yeah.
So I used to buy multiples of things, this being one of my favourites. Now, you're probably thinking, you can't emboss wood, surely. Now, with leather and things like that, you'd think, yep, absolutely. Now, the difference here is the combination. Now, this is a 3D folder. And what do we say about 3D? We say cutting plate, magnetic shim,
and
plastic shim. There's exceptions to the rule. That's basswood that's in there. That isn't a pliable material. It's thick. So the combination that you can use now would be cutting plate, embossing folder, basswood inside, and your plastic shim on the top.
Right.
If you want to add, and again, I don't know how this machine's going to perform because it's not my machine at home. I can hear it. I think it's done okay. You could add 1 sheet, just 1 sheet of a 300 GSM onto that. If you wanted to create, don't put your magnetic shim in. Please don't put that in. But what that has done is embossed that beautifully. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I was coming close.
Brilliant.
So you could emboss your basswood as well. And it just looks absolutely... Look at that level of 3D there. You can really see the flat level to the very raised level. And then maybe take an ink over the top of that if you wanted to as well.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did with this. I just literally used... And I also did, I was cut it down. So this square is actually 3.5 by 3.5. And I cut it on my guillotine. And it cut fine. It cut absolutely fine. And then I embossed it. Now, I could ink over the top if I wanted to, but I quite like the natural look. Thought that looked really nice. What you could also do, excuse me, I got a little bit of wind there. Coming back up. It's me salad. It's the peppers.
Yes.
Does anybody else have the same issue with peppers?
Oh.
Because a pepper for me repeats.
Oh,
really,
dear.
really not quite nice at all. Is all I'm going to say. So let me just pop on the back there some. I'm just going to put some foam pads. Just onto the back, peel those back.
Just to say, we had a couple of questions.
Of course, that's the way.
Was there a reason why you didn't colour in the background of the heart before you stamped, says Rhonda?
Because I wanted the colour of the pens to show through.
Okay.
You can. You absolutely can if that's what you want to do, but I wanted really vivid colour. Now, you could also treat your basswood. You could prime it with a bit of gesso, if you've got some gesso lying around, and do that as well. But I wanted, excuse me while I just put that on there, it's sticking to my fingers. I wanted the true colour of the pens to come through, which is why I did it the other way around. I just found it a bit easier. That one I didn't colour the back of, yeah, that's why I did it. I wanted the true colour showing through.
And also, just whilst you're talking about the basswood, Susan's asking what inks work best to stop from running. She says, I did the cupcake and it ran on the edges.
So ink-wise, that's why I heat embossed it.
Right.
because I found, and I think I might have got it in here actually. Let me see if I've got it in here, because I tested one out. And I found that just using a regular ink bled it a little bit.
Right.
I don't think it looks too bad, not going to lie.
No.
I don't think it looked too bad, but especially on the, do you know on the basswood, you've got like two sides. On the opposite side, it seemed more fainter. Can you see that's quite dark? That's a little bit more faded. So I used, that one was, I was going to try watercolour on it. So that was the watercolour finesse ink pad, and I don't think it really worked very well. That one and that one, I used opaque and then a clear embossing powder over the top.
Yeah.
The other thing that you could do is a sticky ink. So sticky ink it, and then you could put any colour embossing powder over the top. So I've done that before in gold, I just don't have it with me, and it looks stunning in gold. So that's another lovely one that you could do. Now, I'm just going to bring in, just to finish this off basically, because I thought I'd get two of the price of one there, my little love hearts that I could add onto there as well. Let me get that the right way around.
Will you as well, just before we finish, tell Angela what your plate combo was, because she says she can't remember.
I will do
basswood.
indeed. In fact, whilst you're there, let me just grab the plates and just show you again, Angela. So I tried cutting plate, metal shim. I then placed my basswood down with the die facing down, the plastic shim, and then the other cutting plate on the top.
Okay.
So try that for me. If your machine does what I just said, like where it stops or it's groaning too much and you're thinking, oh, I'm not so sure, then I want you to stop it and reverse that back out.
Right.
And then I want you to take off the plastic shim and try it that way.
Right.
Okay, so try it first of all with that combination. And then if that's too much, then you can change that up a little bit. Okay, so I hope that helps.
Have we finished? We haven't finished, have we?
No, I'm just putting my last little love hearts on. Sorry, it's me. Because I just wanted to add those two extra little pieces just onto there with the embossing. And just do something a little bit different with it. Which was basically using the waste and embossing with it. There we go. And just add a lovely little card, creating your basswood waste, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got our lovely little tokens that we could then match into a box, pop into a little box, make yourself a little card, put one of those heartfelt messages in. I would personally put that heartfelt message on the inside of my card there. I would do that and put on the inside of the card to finish that off.
Beautiful. What a great idea, says Dan. And good afternoon, says Carol Byrne. Ben, looking sharp. Oh, thank you. And Debbie, looking stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, embossing on basswood, says Linda. Everyone's going to try it now, aren't they? Everyone's going to try it. Thank you to Stephanie, who says, I will have to try the basswood. Chrissy from Darlow says, hello, Ben and Debbie and Jan. All right, Chrissy. And we've got Carol saying, Debbie, great idea with the wooden hearts, as I have a lot left over from wedding things to put on tables. So there you go. Really cool idea. G. Marie just saying, there's something so different and fresh about this project design. I really like it and will definitely try it at home. And thank you for those of you who are getting in touch re the summer school. We have 2 questions already for the Gemini Summer School. If you want to add yours into that list of questions, get them in now. We will ask them in the order that they came in. So first come, first served, as far as those questions are concerned. And that show is coming up at 4 o'clock. Susan Ware says, thank you. I'm going to try that with the embossing powder. Embossing folders. So, go have a quick look at the launches from yesterday. One of which was the amazing 3D embossing folders. The 5-piece collection includes also all of your papers, or cardstock I should say, that you can emboss some beautiful detail onto. The designs that you are going to get in here are amazing. You get 2 5x7 folders, and you've got 2 5.5 by 5.5 folders. I had a bit of a play. Debbie's going to have a play with these. That's the cardstock that you're going to get. You get it in 4 different colours. So it's got that beautiful pearl finish to it, and you can see that sculpted look that you are going to receive with this is incredible. The peaks and the troughs of a 3D folder really coming to the fore there. And whether you do it on the cardstock that you get with the set, or you use your own cardstock, I mean, how gorgeous does that look? That mandala that you're going to get, it's called the Radiant Mandala. you can do so many different things with. I know Sarah was using that yesterday with some gilding wax, just like I've done there, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Emboss it onto your cardstock, emboss it onto your papers, use the deboss side of that. There's so many different things you can do. Then you've got your two 5.5 by 5.5. So this one is your charming chrysanthemums. And again, you can tell I love using gilding wax because I did that again on that card there. And then you've also got in this set your beautiful Regal Damask. And again, I feel like this is one of those kind of designs that you'll be able to use on multiple projects, on multiple cards. The detail that you get is absolutely next level. And like I say, you'll use your own cardstock, I'm sure. But if you do get this collection, you will receive all of this cardstock included as well, 32 sheets of it no less, 250 GSM in all of those beautiful colours, and you can see how the light picks up that pearl finish. Construction weight, so you can obviously emboss this, you can cut into this, you can score this, make your cards with this if you want to, but it's got that beautiful sheen on it in those 4 amazing colours. 4 colours, 8 sheets of each, giving you 32 sheets in total. Thank you to Linda, who says beautiful card. Lynn says the embossed basswood looks great. There's definitely one to try. And I have the basswood, says Pat, and not had the opportunity to play with it yet. I know I probably will have questions afterwards. Well, as always, we are here. I was going to say we're always here. I mean, I'm pretty much always here. But, you know, get in touch on those live shows, even if it's a show nothing to do with something you have a question about, ask it anyway, because we're always happy to help. On the subject of questions, keep those coming in for the Gemini School, which is on the way in about an hour and 20 minutes time. But before that, we're going to have a look at some finished samples of the embossing folders that we launched yesterday. Not surprised to learn that these are so super popular, or have been really, really popular, Debbie. One of the most popular launches of yesterday.
And do you know why? I've said it before, I'll say it again, the most underrated things in craft, but the most stunning and versatile, because literally you take a piece of cardstock, paper, glitter cardstock, acetate, vellum. I think you saw Debbie's class not so long ago. I think it was it last week when she did the embossing class? Was it the last week?
No, I think that was Eileen's track.
I'm sure I've seen Deb's
We've done one anyway.
I'm sure it was Deb's that I saw. Was it over a week ago?
No, it was week. It doesn't really matter. It was week 2.
Whenever. Yeah. Sorry, boys. I'm having to turn you up. I don't know what's happened. I lost you for a minute. Then I was like, I can't hear anybody. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do, and you literally turn a piece of cardstock into something like this. Honestly, these are absolutely stunning examples.
That's one of my favourite.
I love it. It's just
examples.
bright and beautiful. I just honestly have such a love for that card. It's beautiful. And again, just showing you what you could be doing with that, whether you cut into it, into little panels and strips, whether you just have something simple like a little verse or a little sentiment, and then a couple of little extra embellishments. Absolutely stunning. Keep it really simple. That is that beautiful cardstock, embossed, and then inked over the top to give that beautiful satin, sparkly finish. Looks stunning. Try it. If you've never tried it, try that. This one, colouring it in, looks absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It looks so good. And the fact that she's done a bit of faux bleaching, then splashed with the colours that she's used over the top, and then on top of that, added some of the beautiful, like, metallic colour over, just gives it a really arty-farty kind of feel, and I love that. Arty-farty kind of feel, oh yes.
Arty-farty?
Yes, arty-farty. You know those arty-farty galleries, those galleries that you go to and they're a bit old, you know,
those ones,
those kinds. That's the kind of vibe that it gives off, and it's just stunning. This is another stunning one. That has been embossed with that gorgeous cardstock again, coloured, and then popped in the background, and it looks beautiful. One of my favourites. Where is it? Oh my God, I love this so much. So much.
It's clever, isn't it?
It's just beautiful. I am going to recreate something like this because it is beyond delicious. It is gorgeous. That embossing folder is something else. It really is. And just a lovely, simple message there in the middle. Beautiful flowers. Look, what a masterpiece that is.
Yeah.
So me. It's so me. I love it so much. Now, we got asked earlier about acetate. So do you know what I thought I'd do? I thought I'd show you. Because this is acetate and it's coloured in. and somebody asked the question on how to colour it in.
How do you colour it? Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do it. Let's do it. So, what have I done with the acetate? Oh, it's there.
It's hard to find sometimes,
It's so
isn't it?
hard to see it, honestly. Now, the first thing you're going to do is take the carrier sheet off. So let me just get my little poke tool into there. You always look for the cloudy side, because the cloudy side is where the carrier sheet sits.
One of my most therapeutic things I did at Crafterscompanion was helping people peel the carrier sheets off their acetate.
it?
I loved it.
Did you really?
You scratch the corner at the top, don't you?
Yes.
To get the bit off and then peel it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, let me come in. Oh, Debbie, trip yourself over your own thing, you dizzy mare. Right, so the one that I'm going to use is the, because it's 2 5x7s, and then there is the, so I've got the right one. Pop that one on. 2 5x7s and 2 5.5 by 5.5, which is that one. Well, actually, we'll use that one, so that I can cut that smaller. Now, whenever you're cutting pieces down, the best way that I can tell you to do is to cut it 1/4 inch less than the actual size of the embossing folder.
That's a great tip.
It is, always is. And it was, in fact, you know what I think it was that told me?
Who?
If I remember rightly, it was Marie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, she used to come to Chesterfield store and demonstrate for us. Used to
So
love
your
those
cardstock
days.
doesn't end up buckling, right?
It doesn't buckle.
Yeah.
Because I were having the problem cutting it to the size of the folder, but then getting crinkles down the edge of the cardstock. And I'm sure it was Marie, you know. It were either Marie or Dawn, because Marie and Dawn used to come regularly to the Chesterfield store and do demonstration days for us.
That is a great tip.
Very great tip, top tip, and one that I pass on myself to many, many people, because it is one of the bugbears that you sometimes can have, and you're thinking that there's something wrong with the embossing folder. There's actually nothing wrong with the embossing folder. It's just a little human error. Now, popping that on, platform for the 3D is, of course, your material inside your folder, magnetic shim, and then the plastic shim. Couldn't remember the name of that one then. So let's just pop that on there. That won't stand me in good stead when I'm doing summer school on Gemini. I can't remember the name of platforms, plates,
Two
shims.
questions already in for that?
How many?
2 in already?
Just the 2.
Well, that's not bad considering we're an hour and 15 minutes away from the show.
True. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of darker cardstock underneath. Oh my God, it looks so...
That's so good, isn't it?
So gorgeous. It looks absolutely beautiful. I think what I'll do is I'll put... I've still got a bit of dark cardstock, so I can pop that underneath and it might show it up a little bit better. Ah, yeah, you can see it a little bit more there. Now, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. If you want to colour on the top, colour on the top. I just find it a little bit easier to colour on the inside. So, if I use... Shall we use purple? Let's pop a little purple. In fact, I might go in a bit darker. Let's go in with a dark one. Yeah, we'll do the dark one.
So you go into the deboss when you colour?
Into the deboss side, so into the back part of it. I just find it a little bit easier. Might have to put light under there now. Let's just put that. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, so you just find it, and you do have to build up as well. So it's not something that you could just run on. You can build up by letting that dry, and then going back in. So I'm just going to do it this way. Make sure I'm colouring the right part of the flower in.
And has to be alcohol markers?
Yes.
But any of them are fine?
Any.
Yeah.
And it just, I think because you're going on to the back, it stops yourself from going over. Do you know, like if you were doing it from the front? Yeah. It's raised. So the danger is there, and I don't mean danger as in like danger, just that you could potentially go out or go over. Whereas on the deboss side, you're actually sitting into the into it, so you're actually pushing into the grooves. You wanted to burst into Madonna then.
Get into the groove, 'cause you've got to prove your love to me.
Yeah. Get up on your feet.
And step to the beat.
Boy.
What will it be? Music can be such a
revelation. I think something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now then, let me go for a citrus middle. Going for the citrus.
Pat's looking forward to this collection arriving, the 3D embossing collection. Brand new as of yesterday, this. I know a lot of our US friends may well have picked this up on HSM back in May time, I think it was, but brand new to CTV. I think they're so super useful, aren't they, embossing folders? You can do so many different things with them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've just turned around. So can you see now how it starts to building up with your colour? And then again, let me just go in with the, wait a minute, the purple. There's the citrus gone there. Let me go into green. I'll go with a bright green so that you can see it. Now that noise is perfectly normal.
Okay.
Because this is acetate. So you get that little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Squeak?
Yeah.
Call it squeak?
Squeak, squeak.
Look how cool it looks.
Beautiful.
How beautiful does that look?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and hold it up that way.
Is that dry to the touch pretty much straight away as well?
Give it a couple of minutes, but yeah, because it's permanent, but look how lovely that looks. And when you go in, and because it depends on your colours that you're going to use, that looks really cool. That's the kind of finished look that you'll get.
Right.
Of course, you can do layers, Jamie, yes, you can do layers. So I could go back in and add some like deeper colour into there. Because somebody were asking about, adding...
Shade.
Yeah, you could do, of course you could do that. Is that all Brent there?
It is, yeah.
I thought it were, because I can see you can add the colour in. So alcohol markers are the best one to use, personally, myself. I find these a lot easier to use.
Jean Marie just said, when I colour on alcohol, when I colour alcohol on acetate, it seems streaky.
It does.
When I lay more colour to clear it up, it re-wets the dry ink and continues to streak. Am I doing anything wrong?
No, it might be just, I personally layer it up. I know what you mean though. I do know what you mean because it is like a wet ink going into a dry ink, so it just kind of moves it around. But you will notice a difference where it could potentially, if you carry on, it will get deeper. If you compare it to the other side that you do, you'll notice that difference. But yeah, that's the nature of the look. If you're thinking that you're going to get a solid colour with that, that's not going to happen. And if I just, for example, bring in the one that our lovely Marie did, can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you can deepen it, but that's by adding deeper and darker shades. And I've noticed here, she's added a couple of other little colours into there. So there's a couple of greens in there. There's a couple of purples in there. That looks like it's got a bit of an orange base into that one as well as the yellow. So yes, that's the nature of how it would look. But I like what she's done here, which is added that little detail by just taking the darker pen and going up with the lines of the leaves to give it a lovely look. So you will get, at some point, you won't be able to add any more to it, but it does look really effective when you do it. I'm going to take that and finish that off because that looks absolutely phenomenal. And what also looks phenomenal is when you do this and emboss and then run ink over the top, which is what I'll get ready for in a second because I think we've got a bit of time.
Oh, we're going to do some more.
I was just going to do one other very quick one. Yeah.
Well, we're all up to speed as far as the comments are concerned, so thank you for all of those. Just to remind you again, we've got our fourth live show coming up at 4, which is the summer school with the Gemini machine. We have 2 questions so far. As I say, we are quite happy to show you and take you through all the bits and pieces. No problem at all in that show. We can fill it, right? But we would rather answer those questions that you want answers to. So in the last sort of 5-6 minutes, get those questions in, and then we can start that show off with them at 4, and then live at 5. It's Friday Night Live. Fun, games, prizes, price drops as well, which we didn't get around to doing this morning. Tut, tut, tut. Slap wrists. But it means that you've got something else to look forward to in that show from 5 o'clock this afternoon. Right, we've got about 6-7 minutes, Debbie, something like that. What are you going to show us?
So double-sided paper cardstock that comes with it is that gorgeous sheen, and it looks lovely on its own, which we'll do in a second. I'm going to use the one of my favourites is the Regal Damask. I love this one. Again, it's a 3D folder, so it's just your normal combination of your plate. Again, I've cut that down to size, so it's 5 1/4 rather than 5 1/2, just to give it that helping hand and stop that crinkling.
Yeah.
Debbie can't pick up. What the heck is going on? Are you stuck down?
What the?
What?
I've had problem picking stuff up over that side.
They were
Yeah,
like static.
dies.
Yeah, it was really hard to get up. And I'm thinking, someone put some glue down on there.
Susan's just asking whether the heat gun would dry your acetate faster for layering colour. Or
You could do, but be careful.
Yeah, because it might
Yeah,
warp it.
and I'm just going to say that's a construction weight acetate that I use. Be careful, because when you put heat to a construction acetate, you can buckle it. So, and then, and please believe me, I've done it. I've taken away some of the embossed detail because I've overheated it.
Ah.
So just be careful. Just be careful is all I'm going to say.
Right.
Look how gorgeous that looks on that shine. But
Beautiful.
what looks even more lovely is when you take an applicator and add a bit of ink over the top. And I'm going to use one of my favourite colours, which is parakeet.
Ah, yes, good old parakeet.
Can't beat a bit of parakeet. And just going over the top of that surface. I mean, now that parakeet has gone from a water reactive and it looks like it's got a sheen to it because it's on that gorgeous cardstock.
Yeah.
That's so
And again,
gorgeous,
inks
this.
we can use on that
Any.
cardstock.
Any of your inks. yeah.
Right. And alcohol markers, again, we can colour with.
Absolutely. Pencils on a pearlescent cardstock look stunning.
Wow, okay.
So grab your wax pencils and colour over the top. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And I mean beautiful. So I'm
And
just
again,
going to add that ink. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that. But I'm going to add a deeper colour over the top. So I'm going to take Lagoon and go in around the edges. Just add a little bit more depth. I just adore this embossing folder. It's absolutely stunning.
Is it your favourite of the four?
I love them all. I
Mine's
shan't
the
lie. I love them
mandala.
all. I really, really do love them all. The mandala one is gorgeous as well. But yeah, I've got a soft spot for embossing folders. As you may know, I've
Yeah.
mentioned once or twice.
Yeah.
My craft room is overflowing with embossing folders. It's the one thing I don't part with. Even when I went through, you know, I've said to you that how many times I've gifted lots on to my friends.
Yeah, you're
and-
very charitable like that, aren't you?
Yeah, because there's no point. I mean, I took loads up to my friends the other week. There's no point gatekeeping them,
No.
basically. And to be fair, my craft room could collapse with the amount of stuff that's in there. Embossing folders, I just can't part with. I just can't part with them because I absolutely love them. Look at that sheen that you get. Wait, just match my nails. The sheen that you get on there when you use that pearlescent cardstock is absolutely phenomenal. And that's exactly what our lovely Marie has done using that, I mean, I will not lie, this is just beautiful. It's one of my favourite samples of the
Brilliant.
whole embossing folders. And I absolutely love it. And that's all she's done. It's all she's done is just taken that, used it to create that background, matte and layered it, and then popped it onto a card, popped a simple sentiment on, and put a few flowers on. And you've got the most beautiful card, which that is exactly what that is. You go into a shop and have a little look at that, price tag on that would be off the, you'd be talking £5, £6, £7 or something like that.
Oh,
if you
100%.
make to sell, think of what you could be making and selling, and you probably wouldn't charge that. I mean, the most tops I used to charge were about £2.50. I didn't.
£2.50?
Yeah, I didn't used to go much higher than that. I used to like put a cut off point because I was being a bit more. Is it conservative the word? But knowing your market, reading your room is basically what I used to do, depending on where I did it, because there were some bougie places that I did it. And the price tag went up a little bit.
That's
there.
something I used to do, like the DJ back in the day, you know, depending on who it was and where it was.
Yes. Know your market, know your area. That's another good tip. Don't sell
If
yourself
it's,
short.
if it was a wedding or something like that, you always knew you could, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Inflate the prices, that Ben?
Well, everyone does it for weddings, don't they?
I think they do.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah,
do.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you've shown Dolly once as Jean Marie, but after making my bed this morning, I just wondered where she was. I sent you another photo showing where I found her. Oh, Jean Marie, we'll try and show that at the end of... Well, actually, probably won't get a chance in this show. We'll try and show it in the next show in summer school in an hour's time. Unless, have you sent it through, have you? Oh. Flip my watercolor. The watercolor palette launched yesterday. Yeah, so this was one of the 7 launches that we brought to you. I mean, again, just a genius invention is this. 24 watercolor sheets you're going to get with it, and you are also going to get everything that you need to watercolor on the go. Your paintbrush is included, so your watercolor paintbrush, you can pop all your water in there, and obviously, you know, you then don't need to carry sort of like a pot of water around with you because it's all contained within the brush. That just sits in the side like so. Then you've got your little sponge on top there, and then each of the different colours that you've got, 42 pans in here, to simply fan out to the side. So all of your yellows, your oranges, you've got your sort of reds in there, you've got your beautiful browns in there too, these greens as well. All of your kind of sea blues, you've got more of your kind of landscape tones in there, but darker colours in there as well, which is absolutely incredible. And then you've got your little palette built into the bottom as well, which I think is brilliant. So you don't even need to take like a mixing palette with you because you can do it all in here. Literally a one-stop shop for all of your watercolouring on the go. And it is sensational. For that price, you would probably think to yourself, well, I'm just going to get that. That, by the way, is it is literally like the size of a fan. You know, it's going to fit into your pocket. It's going to fit into your bag, fit into a little bum bag, if anyone still wears those, fanny pack. You know, it's perfect. And then on top of all of that, you are going to get your 24 sheets of watercolor card as well. And look, you've got all these fantastic images, 8 images in here. And again, all the colours that you need to be able to colour those in. And let's just be honest here, 42 colours. But actually, how many colours are you going to be able to create with this? When you start mixing all the colours together, when you kind of start bringing in the water to the different colours that you've got all of the gradient colours of the 42 colours that you've got. And then when you start mixing them up together, my goodness me, I mean, I wouldn't even like to put a number on it. What a great way to take watercolouring with you on the go wherever you go. And indeed, if you are wanting to get into watercolouring, what a great way to do it at a budget price with everything that you need. $26.39 is your platinum price, or $39.99 in the US. Thank you for the feedback, says Susan. Guess better to let it dry naturally than the risk of ruining it. And we have two questions to kickstart us with the Gemini show in an hour's time, where we are happy to go through everything. If you want to see the 2, we will. If you've got questions on the Junior, we can answer those, particularly if you're thinking about buying one, because the Junior is in stock, both the UK and the US. And if you've got any manual machine queries, again, we are quite happy to go through those for you as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Debbie. And we'll meet you over in summer school in an hour's time. Until then, bye for now.